Yeah, Afreen, yeah, we can start the interaction. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, not at all, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, so teachers, can you tell me how? I just wanted to know the situation in India also, because the pandemic uh, hit us all very badly, especially last year. This year we are again, coming back to normal. So when we started off in the beginning of 2020, we realized that there was a lot of potential within us, because the classrooms were suddenly in the drawing rooms of our students, for most of us at least. So how did you uh, take up that challenge? Because shifting the platform overnight, shifting to a digital platform overnight, it I was really drained out, and it went on for a few weeks for me. So how did you all take up that challenge? Can I have some inputs from anyone, Aruna ma'am or Sudha ma'am? Especially all of you, because most of you here are primary teachers, especially when you handle so many subjects together. So how did you go about with that?
Yeah, Sudha, please speak something. Yesterday only we were talking about all these things, right?
Yeah. One thing was that we were all safe in our homes, but then professionally there was a major setback. So how did you cope with that? Were there any challenges that you faced? I wanted to ask that.
Ma'am, can you repeat again?
Suddenly when you teach in a classroom and then overnight, suddenly in the next week, you are teaching from home to some students, and some of the students cannot attend online classes because of network issues or anything. So how did you feel as a teacher, suddenly coming home and teaching? As
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Sudharani. Today, um, I'm going to talk about uh, how I face the situation in the pandemic situation. What
Yes.
my feeling is. Okay, ma'am. Actually, first of all, I shocked because China is very far away from us. So I think there is a problem. It might solve there. And it couldn't reach us, but in reality, that is not done. It will reach it hits the whole world. It affects each and everyone. Not
Yes.
not only teachers or something else. It affects everyone. Some of them lost their jobs. We are struggling so much. Months and years we are at home. We didn't go
Exactly.
anywhere. So that situation is really scared me a lot. And we are nowadays we are going outside with a fear.
Yes.
We are carrying fear inside. After that, the teaching is now our children is not understanding well. They forgot all the subject.
Exactly.
Now,
That's what.
uh,
Now, when we are coming back to teaching, so now we feel there is
yes,
a
ma'am.
gap. That 1 year of
Yes,
they
ma'am.
didn't write anything, so that writing gap is there, speaking gap.
Yes, ma'am.
They can't face us so easily. So all that is there.
Some
Yeah.
parents are literates, ma'am. They tell their children how to write, how to read. They equip their children, but some of them are illiterate. That's why they are not tell the students to open their books and write something. They didn't tell that. That because they all forgot everything.
Right.
We as teachers now we are trying to recap all the things they forgot it. It's a really a challenging task for us,
It,
and we are doing slowly we are equipping them slowly, and
Yes.
it changes not only in teaching, they are financially, economically, they all are facing some struggles also.
And
Most of
because they were at home for more than a year, so emotionally
yes
also
ma'am.
they've become isolated, and you
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
just
Yes,
come
ma'am.
out to them.
They are not mingle with other children.
Yes,
From first 1 or 2 months, they are not able to mingle with. They are not able to speak with other children. Also, parents also suffered a lot, ma'am. Most of the children are in this year. Most of the children are coming from private schools because of their financial burdens. They joined their children in our schools, so parents are also suffered a lot. Children are also face a lot of things. They are avoid to go outside and play with their friends and
right.
siblings also, and also they are afraid to go to their neighbors or relatives also. So they are completely, as you said, they are isolated. That's why they are thinking. Their thinking capability, I mean to say, is their knowledge is also, when we compare with the before days, that is also been less.
Right.
This is my
So
opinion.
it's not just academics. Many aspects they've been affected.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we as teachers, we are the only ones they look up to, because after a point they can't discuss everything at home with parents. So when they come to school,
Yes,
so they look up to us. So
yes,
let's
ma'am.
be the change here.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
And I'm sure you're all doing a great job with students. Okay. And this is
Yeah.
Uma
Afreen?
ma'am. Yeah, Uma ma'am.
Yeah,
Uma Devi.
ma'am. Yeah.
She's a Telugu teacher, no?
No, ma'am. I'm
She teaches all the subjects generally.
All subjects. All subjects.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Subbalakshmi ma'am is the Telugu teacher here, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Telugu. She's a Telugu teacher.
Okay. So, Umadevi ma'am, can you tell me your teaching strategies? All the subjects, how do you handle together? It's something that is, needs a very big applause, because I know how it is to handle one subject. So all of them together is something really, you're doing a great job. So how do you do that? How do you manage that, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm Umadevi, working as a teacher, ma'am. So I'm teaching 1 to 5th classes. Our school is 1 to 5th classes, ma'am.
Okay.
In their first, second, and 5th class, I am dealing those in our schools. We have lot of difficulties are there, ma'am, because of there are administrative problem also. There are network problem also there, and moreover we have done more work to school, ma'am, for our children. In that, I am balancing those, ma'am, in administrative work and also to teach our children also. This is very difficult to teach our children because of in pandemic situation. When COVID comes here, then our schools are all locked down. So
Yes.
there are so many children are not able to maintain their net that is mobile, ma'am. So we make some videos also there, but they have no network and they have no to see that videos. But we try to tell them, ma'am, there are only 15 members are there who have network. So we tell them only 15 members in that time. Now children are very poor in reading and writing, ma'am, because of last year also they are only isolated in their house. So
Yes.
those are very poor in writing and reading. When
Not
we
much
compare them,
parental support also, I think.
yes, ma'am, there are no parental support, ma'am, because of there are so many parents are illiterate, ma'am.
Yes.
That's why there is no support, ma'am. We are insisting them to uh, your children to we give some homework in WhatsApp, but they didn't do that work, ma'am. So we lot of do work in the test, ma'am. Now also we doing work in our schools, but children are very uh, not able to
Cope
catch
up. Yeah,
our,
they catch up. Yeah.
yes, ma'am, not able to understand what we teaching in classes. But our children, but we are trying to teach them, ma'am, by one, first class and second class and fifth class, one by one. So we do them some work first class and we go the second class and we uh, teach them some lesson, whatever it may be. And next we go the fifth class, ma'am. So
Okay, so
we
once
deal,
these fifth class students, once they complete the academic year, then you will have sixth class also next year, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so every year you'll be adding this.
Yes, ma'am, adding them fifth class.
Nice to know that.
So we are lot of work doing in this our school, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
good.
This is enough, ma'am.
And what about the other activities that you conduct, Uma ma'am? Like you were just telling us about the recycling of bags and all. How do you
Yes,
manage that?
in the evening session, ma'am.
Like the material, do you give them or do they bring something from home for recycling and all?
Ma'am, we have atta bags, ma'am, 5 kilograms atta bags.
Yes.
When the atta bags are when free, that we put them mud, ma'am, and we plant them, ma'am. Some small plants like herbs, like that plants are planted them, ma'am.
In the school only, in the school campus only.
No, ma'am, in our house, ma'am.
Okay, the house. Nice.
In school there is no ground, ma'am. That's why we don't do that work, ma'am.
Okay.
There is only 2 rooms. That's why we have no playground also. So we don't do anything, ma'am, there. If we planted some plants, there sheep comes there and eat them, ma'am. That's why we no, don't put to them, ma'am.
But even that is, it's community service. Even if the animals are coming and eating it, you are. That is also some social contribution only.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. I think Subbalakshmi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Subbalakshmi garu.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me something about yourself, ma'am? Your classrooms, your students, anything?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, able to speak, ma'am?
Yes.
Actually, I'm language pandit, ma'am. So I want to learn in English because of so many causes, ma'am. So one of the causes, my school children communicated in sometimes English, and another cause was my husband and my child also very nice speak, ma'am, to English. And sometimes my relatives and meet and chat English, ma'am. So I'm very poor, I think. So, so very essential to and need English speaking. So everyone today, every teacher, ma'am, today, now today, all schools implemented all schools in English medium, introduced English medium, ma'am. So we can need we can and we will read need English speaking and learning, ma'am. And and first of all, English, every language speaks learn one platform. We have to one platform. So I'm very lucky. My platform is English teaching, English time for teaching, ma'am. And my madam's Lata ma'am is a very nice person. And
Yes.
so this class, I feel about every day. My childhood days, I feel HM sir and subject teachers and drawing and many more teachers would like to interact to my teachers, ma'am, in childhood days. So at present, everyday session 6:30 7:30. And this session is I feel very also I feel about my childhood days, ma'am.
Right, right. Go back to your student days.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I'm very happy this session waiting. Actually, every student every student speak and learn very interesting. This time is eagerly waiting. So we are waiting to Lata madam comes to today's topic and speaking
Yeah.
many
So
more.
after spending half the day as teachers, you become students in the evening, and then you can relax. Just-
Yes,
I know.
ma'am.
and my favorite question that I ask all the teachers: how do you manage work and family together? Because we are in a very stressful profession. People don't understand, the importance of teachers today. It is underrated, I feel. We are not given that importance that we deserve. It's um, it's beyond teaching now. It's we are not only teachers, we are thinking about safety of the children, about their well-being, physical and emotional well-being. It's not just academics. We are teaching them life skills, like as Uma ma'am does the recycling and all. These are things that children will remember in various stages of their lives. We are multitasking already, and then when we come back home, it's another world with husbands and with children. So how do you balance that with families?
Maybe Arunashri ma'am can talk. I think
Yes,
she's the only
Aruna ma'am.
person who
Aruna
didn't
ma'am.
get a chance to. Yeah.
Yes, sorry,
Yeah,
Aruna
yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
As a teachers, we should balance it, ma'am, because those two works are primary duties, which are teaching and household works. We can't neglect anything. Um, yes, it's a very tough job to balancing both the areas, but we will manage it. And actually, we all are habituated to it. And if we are in school, we don't think about house. But if we are in house, we always think about school and school children.
Right, right.
Yes, ma'am. We are
I
habituated.
have, like, on an average, suppose if I have 20 students in my classroom, I can manage all 20 together in those 40 minutes. But my own two children at home, I cannot manage. That happens.
Yes, ma'am. And this is common problem for every teacher, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
And one of the most toughest job is, ma'am, uh, uh, we teach for so many classes, ma'am. Sometimes multi-class teaching is there, ma'am, in my schools. because of staff. There is no sufficient staff in our schools. So we teach for so many classes, multi-class teaching, and we faced at least 50 or 60 students for every day, and for all the subjects. So we have a lot of pressure, and but we are always happy. We can't think as it pressure. We just think it's a good opportunity to us. Mm, Uh, Most with the happiness only, we can manage these both things, ma'am.
Positive approach, positive
Yes,
attitude.
yes,
And even if you, sometimes even if you are taking that pressure and if you worry about being a good teacher, I believe if you worry about being a good teacher, that means you are already a good teacher. So you should take that also. Even if you're taking that pressure, that is also something that is a positive part of the job.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Does anyone of the teacher want to ask anything to Afreen ma'am? We have another 5 minutes for the class. Any question? I think Afreen would be happy to answer you.
More than that,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm looking for. I'll be the
As I
student.
told, she's a French teacher teaching students in Dubai. So she has a lot of experience.
I would
You
like to
guys
know the difference education system in our country and other countries that you stay with.
Actually, I am teaching in the CBSE board only, ma'am. It's an Indian school that I'm teaching. So the curriculum is all Indian. Only the strategies that we use, they
Or
are,
share any observations.
yes, the strategies that we use here, they are more from the British curriculum, more taken from the British curriculum, because CBSE is also now, it's adapting towards, because all the students, they want to go to foreign countries for higher studies and all. So we are trying to inculcate that from a foundation stage. So we are trying to adapt our curriculum also according to the countries there that they want to go in future, so that it's easier. So that
I
way,
think in my country, many of the children belong to their mother tongue as Arab or Urdu. So they have
many of
also
the
the language barriers like in India. So how do you overcome these challenges in Dubai?
most of my students are Indians only, so not as much of a problem. An Indian teacher teaching Indian students, so that doesn't create a language barrier as such. So
But then Afreen, you teach French, right? So definitely, I think you would face. I mean, maybe that was Madhavi's question.
Ma'am, can I ask?
I teach only it as a second language, ma'am. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not a French medium school as such. It's an English medium school only. I teach French as a second language. So apart from English, they learn.
Ma'am, can I ask one question?
Sure, please.
Yeah. In English and Hindi and French, which language is very easy to learn? Please.
I'll tell you, in many ways, French is very similar to Hindi. It's an unusual fact, but it is there that English and Hindi are very different from each other. Similarly, French and English are also very different. But French and Hindi, they are very similar in many ways. So I feel English is the toughest language of all, but since we are used to listening English everywhere, we can communicate. But then if you are not a native speaker, it is difficult. So that way, yes, English is the most difficult language. And
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
so right now, as students, you are learning the most difficult language, I would say. With a very good teacher. Lata
Oh,
ma'am
yes,
she
definitely.
communicates with her smile more than her tongue.
Thank you, Afreen.
You can't stop smiling when you look at her because she's always smiling.
I should share one thing of Afreen, you know. She was a child when I got married.
Lata
And-
auntie, nothing to embarrass me, okay?
No, nothing of that kind.
She knows many of my stories.
No. This is an interesting one because you spoke about my smile. Na? I don't know because that is my regular habit, you know. If I see a stranger also, I smile.
Yeah.
So it happened to her husband also the same thing. So she came back to Abhina ma'am and she told it, this is the first bride I saw who is smiling throughout the
Yes.
wedding. So then I realized maybe I'm doing too much of that. But that is my natural instinct, so I can't help it. So I love being, in this manner. Yeah, thank you, Afreen.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
yeah, it was really a very nice interaction. And Afreen,
Yes.
thank you. Thanks a lot for taking time out on a
All
Saturday.
the pleasure is mine.
I know
Thank you for having me.
it's
I don't know whose
No,
idea
thanks.
this was, but I really enjoyed. Thank you.
it was
Thank
definitely
you so much. Thank you so much, Afreen, for coming to my class and talking to my
Personally
teachers.
and professionally, I feel really honored today. And
Same here, Afreen.
nice to
It
know
was
that
so nice
all
to
of
know.
you are
Thank
doing a
you.
great job. All of the teachers
There-
here are doing a great job, and we are in a profession where our students will remember all of us for a lifetime.
Yes,
So,
yes.
We are
That's true.
definitely
That's true.
creating an impact.
Yes. That's the only thing a teacher can do where
Yes.
nobody else can do this.
Yes, that is the most rewarding part of this profession. So,
Yeah.
and when in the eyes of your students, you are always, you are much more than what you believe for yourself.
Yes.
Just remember that.
True. So true.
Anything
Thank you
else?
so much.
So
Hope all my teachers had a great time today with Afreen. She's a very bubbly character and she's very, very nice, very close to my heart. Right from her childhood, I'm seeing her till today. She manages the same kind of smile and the same kind of warmth when we go to her place. So her mom being my very best friend, in spite of having a relationship, I'm very, very happy. Thank you so much, Afreen. And
Thank
I
you.
think all the teachers enjoyed your class.
Pleasure is all.
You being here. Yeah.
One day I will come back again to, listen to some Carnatic music or some poetry.
Yeah, sure. That's what I told after my class. One day I'll take something very informal kind of a class where they will show their talent and everything.
Sure,
So I
sure.
promise them.
Please
That
send
time,
me the
please, surely I want you to be in my class and on that day. Before Saturday, I think we'll try to do one session of that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Afreen.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thanks
being
everyone.
here.
Thank you all of you for having me. Nice to
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
all
you.
the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice time, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.